I actually think this is the most important debate we have in the European Union today, because we are at a crossroads, and it is not just about, a price cap here or some finances there. It's about really the money of the people who are also watching at home, hopefully. So the Economic and Monetary Union was founded because we wanted to strengthen the common market with a strong and reliable common currency based on the Deutsche Mark. But that hasn't really materialized. It actually became a common currency, more or less becoming an Italian lira. And while the goal was to have a convergence in the Eurozone, we actually see countries diverging from each other. We see that initial goals, expectations were not met. We have seen government debt going up, and now we see rampant inflation. So again, we are at a crossroads. And on the one hand, we see the European Central Bank desperately clinging on to keeping the Eurozone together, coming up with new tools, OMT, PEPP, TPI. And on the other hand, we have national governments continue to have government spending. And next to that, we have the European Commission, who came up with a dangerous Next Generation EU program, which opened the tap of common European debt. So in that sense, I would like to make this debate a bit more fundamental on where should we be going as the EMU. Because we saw that before the pandemic, debt was already way too high. So my question to you is also on when looking at inflation, shouldn't be the main goal of the Economic and Monetary Union to reduce government debt, to reduce government spending as well? Next to that, the general escape clause of the Stability and Growth Pact was activated. And I wonder whether that was such a wise decision, also looking at inflation. And while we are talking about reforming the Stability and Growth Pact and changing the treaties, wouldn't it be a better idea to reform the treaties in such a way that countries that do not meet the criteria of the Eurozone are able to be removed from the Eurozone, are able to, they can devalue their currency, they can reform in their own way, and as soon as they meet the criteria again and they have a set trajectory, we can have them rejoin the Eurozone. And on the other hand, shouldn't it also be possible for countries that no longer see their national interests met in the Eurozone be able to get out of the Eurozone, but remain in the European Common Market and remain in the European Union? As I would like to say to Mr. Thijssen, that would be more or less the Danish model. I would leave it at that. Thank you so much.